How's it going? It's going great for me. I'm out here, beautiful Maui, taking a walk, collecting my thoughts. I wanted to share a few things coming through for me that when I get these downloads, they're not only for me, they're for other people. I'm tuning into the energy of the collective consciousness, and I'm asking Spirit, humbly, to guide, to direct me, to just allow me to be present, to allow me to be like a vessel for others, for myself. I'm not sure if you guys can relate with this, but sometimes life is can be quite challenging. I mean, in the sense of not knowing, like, sometimes decisions to make, not knowing if I'm making the right decision. Life paths sometimes get questioned for me. And so I'm sure if that happens to me, I know it happens to all of you. It happens to my clients when I coach them, students that come through my courses. And one of the biggest questions that people ask is like, Michael, how do I know when I'm being led from my higher self? How do I know when I'm being led from the spiritual, from God, from Jesus, from Buddha, whatever your spiritual practice or belief is? They want to know, how do I know that I'm being guided by that? Because they want to sincerely, they want to do the will of their creator. There's something inside of us that, like, it yearns to fulfill the will of our creator. It's like this magnetic pull that happens. But there's another aspect to this, and that's that we've been given free will to choose, to make decisions. And that free will is the temporal you and the temporal me. It's the ego, if you will, the ego self. And the ego self is not bad or wrong or evil. It's just a self. It's an identity that's here, that's been created by the environment that you have been brought into from the moment that you took your first breath. You were given a personality, and through that personality, it was your unique expression. And through decisions that you make and I make, we develop an identity. And as we move forward and take action, we develop character and the birth of the soul, who we're truly becoming here on the planet. So the question is, how do I know? How do I know, Michael? How do I know when I'm being spiritually led? Well, the number one thing that I've learned, and you can ask other people who've been in the field, they'll say the same thing. But even the Buddhist monks will say this, that you got to get your mind right. What does that mean? What does getting the mind right means? That means understanding that you have a mind, and it's not who you are. It's a tool that you have, that you get to use to create reality, that you get to use to communicate with other people, with yourself and other people, that you get to use to have a human experience. And that mind is like a mediator, right? It's like the mediation between pure spirit and everything that you see here in the material world. It's the mediator. You're the consciousnness of that mediator with the power of free will, choice, decisions. What happens is we become identified with the mind as it being who we are. And the mind does many functions, and one of the functions that it does is it creates memory. Creates these thoughts and creates memory. And some of these the memories are based upon things that you've watched, things that you've introduced the mind to, where you focused on. So think about this. Think about your life and however old you are, and everything that you have seen through your physical eyes, everything that you have heard through your ears. All of that stimuli, if you will, was filtered through your conscious mind. Some of it was deleted, and some of it was distorted, and some of it was generalized. And those became imprints in your mind. And if you really think about this, right, all the things you've watched and fear and movies and seeing things happen to bad people, that's all been recorded, and it develops a belief system. It develops a belief system, and then we make our decisions based upon that belief system. Some of those belief systems are good, they uplift us, and some of them are not so good. We have to be able to have discernment to challenge beliefs that aren't serving us. But the mind does a job. It suppresses emotions with unresolved resolution and then later presents them. And when we don't understand that, it can be scary. When they come up, we think that it's bad because we're having an emotion. And actually, it's just saying no. It's just saying, hey, it's time to deal with the emotion that you didn't deal with last week, last year, or when you were 5. I mean, I can go really deep into this, and I do in the 3-day courses that I teach. And there's even more to it than that. And I love learning. I'm not sure about you guys. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure about you guys, because if you're watching this, you're geeks like me. You like to explore the mind and spirituality. And I know if you're watching this long, you're into bettering yourself and bettering humanity and just becoming a better all-around human, being more empowered and helping to bring a little bit of heaven here on earth. Helping to make this place a place worth enjoying. I mean, it doesn't have to be bad. It can be good. I get it. Sometimes it doesn't feel that. But that's why we make these videos, and I make these videos so I can share with you guys that you're not alone. We're here together. If this connected with you, please share the message, because there's somebody else that could benefit from something like this. And again, it's not about me or anything. It's about just us as a collective coming together and having deeper conversations, real conversations that I consider real. I mean, don't get me wrong. Surface level conversations are cool to an extent, but I like to have the deep conversations. I like to really know who you truly are. I want to talk the space of who I truly am, because I hid for many, many years, and it was lonely. And I use my social media platforms to express my truest, authentic self. And I don't have all the answers, never pretended to, and don't say I do. I got certain ways of seeing things that have gotten results in my life and in my clients' life, and I've learned some of those things from other people who have gotten results in their lives. And I study excellence, and I study excellence, and I want to encourage you guys to study excellence as well. So what I share with you is either from somebody who has achieved something like this, I'm learning, or from myself, I've gone through something, or a download from spirit that's still to be revealed. It's all good. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. Sunday out here in Maui. Just making this video and telling you guys a whole, and man, life is good. Love you guys.